you listen to polka music, you get that feeling of that whole, yeah, let's go kind of thing, okay? So, we move on to nightclub. So what's nightclub? Oh, you ain't there yet. No wonder you like, get some and leave you. Oh my goodness. So what is nightclub?
Candlelight dinner.
Oh, maybe so. You could say that. You know, this is like where
Well,
like.
it is the third date.
No, it's not. Like, we can jump here. We can jump here. This might be the 5th or 6th date. So we're a little bit more, you know, you've now invited this person over to your house. Where might be dinner and a movie at home. A little bit more intimate, you know, getting to know each other a little more personally, let's say. Yes? So this is like the 5th or 6th date, maybe.
Not everybody's asked to do that.
Right. Easy. Jesus. So, you know, this would be like, what did I just say? Like a home date, more like, you know, more intimate with each other. And that's why when I was dancing this with you, I was like, I've always liked this, like, I want to be more, I'm a little bit flirty, but without being easy, you know. Does that make sense?
Or more like a longing.
I won't say a longing, because when you, see there's two different things when you say longing. When you say longing to me, I always feel like that's somebody that went away and you want them.
Okay.
So I won't say it's a longing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So to me it's always more about,
Reciprocal.
yeah, I mean
Yeah.
there's more of a, there's a more give to each other, so you're really getting to that point where I really, really like this person, you know, but you don't want to push it to the next level, you know. So, we move from that to cha-cha. Yes? So what's cha-cha? So we're past 5th, 6th date, we're like a month, 2 months into the relationship. Yes, we're good. Yes? So what's cha-cha?
When John and Joanne stop dancing.
You don't know these people yet, do you? She's like, I've lost on that one, got me. Wait, you'll learn them all. Should have been with us last night. You'd have learned so much. So but how would you describe cha-cha? If I asked you, what would you describe the character of cha-cha as?
I think sassy.
Sassy?
Flirty.
Okay, flirty. Yes. Mm-hmm. I say it's very flirty. See, if you take from some people, they'll tell you it's a male-dominated dance. I disagree. I think it's a followers-dominated dance. Because if I dance it, it's all about, you want some of this, but you know what? It's a tease. You can't have it yet. It's not time for that. Yes. Making sense? So, I'm teasing just enough to hook you. So for me, it's very, like if you watch me dancing with Eric, I flirt with him. I'm very like, oh yeah, you wish you had this, you want it, you want it, come on, come and get it. It's very flirty, but I've already got him hooked. So he's done with me. He's going to pop the question, boom, we're done. Yes? So we move from flirt, we've already decided we want to go to that, but we're not going to jump the gun and go to that yet, because we ain't committed. We're committed, but we ain't committed that far. So what's waltz? It's very romantic, right? Yes. There's romance. When you think of waltz, it's the thing we always used to say. People watch waltz and they're like, oh, look how in love they are. Yeah. So to me, waltz is like, this is like the wedding. So we jump from, we don't want to get in bed right now, but we've already committed, so let's go ahead and get married. That's the romance right there, big time, yes? So this is like the wedding, we're good, so we're fine, yes, making sense. So there's lots of romance in it. When we move it, it's very soft again, very smooth. Once again, it is a smooth dance. It's soft, you know. It does have power. Yes? So now we move to two-step. What's two-step in the relationship? We don't fight when we're dancing. There's no fighting when we're dancing.
Have you watched everything?
I knew that was coming up, and I didn't want to fight.
Have you watched me and Rowdy?
Gosh, dang it, Eric, right. So what two-step is like, kind of like, it's like the first dance at the wedding, the wedding reception, where we're still in that part. You know, it's where we want to show everybody how much we have fun together in this dance. It's not just about one person or the other. We have how do I explain it? I'm like, you know, it's because I enjoy dancing with, I've married this person, but now I want everybody to see how much fun we have together. So two-step to me is powerful, but it's still very fun. Like, I should be able to have fun. When I'm turning and we do stuff and it's like, you know, it's very together and fun. So it's a fun kind of just, we are enjoying each other. Yeah, so like this is, I hate saying the first dance at the wedding, but it kind of is. Because most people at a wedding, their first dance is a slow dance. But let's say it's the enjoyment of a partner.
It's one of those videos you see on TV.
Correct.
I mean,
Yeah.
on Facebook.
So that's like our first dance. We want everybody to see how much we enjoy dancing and being together. Yes? What's East Coast Swing? East Coast Swing is the full reception. Everybody having a good time. Everybody's enjoying the party. It's a party. This is my party right here. This is my party time. It's very upbeat. It has lots of tempo to it. It has a lot of fun and excitement. It's that dance, you know, it's like the wobble at a wedding. You know, or the chicken dance. There you go. Everybody knows it. Everybody wants to get up and do it because it's fun. And that's what it should look like. It shouldn't look too serious. It should look, I mean, it's really kind of almost a continuation of two-step of how the couple's having fun, but how they want everybody else to feel that same fun that they're having together. Yes? So it's really a big party. So what's West Coast Swing? We've made full circle here. What are we going to say?
I don't know.
What is it?
I'm still on it's time for the brown chicken rub.
Oh.
This is the honeymoon. This is the wow, chicka wow wow, like you just did. It's flirty, it's sexy, it's time to grind and have some fun, right? Making sense? Because when you think about it, who's the big sexy one in this dance? Who's it all about? Her. She flirts, but we make it all about sex.
I'm trying to go listen to my hips.
Yes? That's
When you consider
the sexy part. So we make this whole realm of a relationship. So when you're thinking about each of the dances and you're going through them, what most people do is they think about the first dance and what's the first thing that goes through your mind? pretty much that's what goes through all of our minds. And
It's like,
that.
are you talking about the character or what we're actually thinking?
What you're actually thinking. What are you, like seriously, if like you get out on the floor, what's the first thing if we,
Mine
Is
is
it
why
River or
am I
Sunny?
the oldest?
you're
It's
Sunny,
Sunny.
the river?
Yes.
Okay, I gotta get the names right here. So if you've ever seen Eric and Stacy dance, the first thing they always do is what? Kiss. And everybody wants to throw up. Because everybody's like, oh Lord, here they go again. They done did it 4 times already. How many times do they have to do it?
See, it gets me in my mindset where I'm supposed to be.
So,
It's my routine.
Eric and Stacy start off, they're in that mode, and you should actually be thinking about that mode from the get-go, which is really good that they do that because like she said, it puts her in that mindset, I need to relax, this is just dancing. But if she thought about it as going back to your first date, and how was the first date that you went on? I don't know, we don't need details, because I know how Eric is. But if you think about that, then let that travel through the dance. You can relax and not have to worry about, what do I shape here? Where's my head? This and that. It's very, very, it's soft, and it's like, oh, I want to dance with this person. And then let that go through all 8 of your dances. If I constantly am doing this first dance, and something happens and I jump to this dance and lose track of what my character's going to be, I'm screwed. Because you know what you're thinking about? Shoot, I screwed up my triple 2. You will never get into the idea of what is polka. Because you're so worried about screwing up, you know what you're going to do in this polka? You're going to screw it up. Because you haven't let yourself get out of this relationship, or this part of the relationship, to get to the next part of the relationship. Now for some people that's really hard. For me and Gretchen, that's really hard. Because we want to laugh at each other when we look at each other in the eye and try to be like we're in love. It's like, oh Lord, this is so funny. But we're actors, that's what we do. So every time I do something, my face has to change. It's easier for us actually because we dance this dance, this dance, this dance, this dance all together. They're all what? Smooth. I don't have to change my personality. I just have to change how I dance each dance. Because they're all very, it's smooth. This is going to be smooth. It's very intimate. This is soft. Until we get to this one, then we try to throw in a little bit of sex. Gretchen gets a little flirty and, hippie and that kind of stuff. And I try to be a little bit more powerful. Like, we've already been through it and done it. Her husband's like, what the hell are you looking for? What y'all doing over there, So then we get to rhythm. And rhythm's just always powerful for me. I try to dance with a lot of power. But if you think about taking and getting out each of these and taking them as an aspect of a relationship, to me, it'll help you with building the character in each of the dances. Make sense? Questions?
Waltz.
Yes?
I always feel very disconnected in waltz because I'm up here the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And so for me to think about romantic, it's like I don't even see Eric.
Okay. So,
But I mean, that's right though, right? I need to be a kind
Well,
of legal.
you have to remember,
What's romance?
it depends. It depends. I'm not necessarily, come here, Eric. I'm not necessarily saying that it's the visualization of this that has to be romantic. It's the romance of my movement. So if Eric is moving me,
It's his face, yeah, that's romantic.
I don't have to look at Eric. I'm enjoying the romance that we have between us without it being,
In his face, I get it, okay.
see what I'm saying? So that makes a difference of how, because you see let's say, you see the glow coming off of us
Okay.
because of that.
Okay.
Yes? So, you can see how that translates into being romantic and very soft and elegant and that kind of thing. Yeah, yes? The one that I didn't really do a whole lot, say a lot is cha-cha. Like for me, cha-cha, it's very powerful. Like when you flirt, you know, you go to a bar, and you're sitting in a bar and somebody catches your attention, you want to flirt. If you flirt, you can flirt two different ways. You can flirt very aggressively, or you can flirt very softly. Both of them are going to get you something, maybe, you know. It just depends on what that other person's like. So, most of the time the person who flirts aggressively, they're looking for one thing. And it ain't going to be any of the rest of this. You know? I mean, unless you are looking for that and you find a person that you figure, you know, if you do flirt that aggressively. But I mean, I don't ever think, I think there's different aspects of cha-cha. Like, I like to think about, I need you again. There's two ways I can flirt. I can flirt very softly, like I said. Just leave the basics. Whereas if I'm going 2, 3, 4, and 1. 2, 3, 4, and 1. 2, 3. Yes, that's very soft flirtation. Or I can go 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. That's very aggressive flirtation. That's saying, come on, once again, so let's get it. Let's get going. I'm ready to take it to the next level. The first one's kind of like, I really like you, but I don't know. What you laughing at over there? You learning something? Don't be flirting with none of them little boys at school like that either. Got it? Great. Okay. But you can see the difference of how that works. So I mean, you have to, I always think about it as when I'm dancing, how aggressive is the song? Like with Tamara and I, one of my students, we were talking about this, and I've done with you, and we were talking about how sometimes the song goes 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, and then sometimes you get those songs that go, ha, 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 ha. I know that the minute the song starts. So I have to turn the switch in my head. How aggressive do I want her to be, or how soft do I want her to be? So we work on those things. Like we'll use different songs, and I'll say, okay, listen, not necessarily even dance to it. Listen to the song, and then tell me, is this an aggressive song? Do you have a strong backbeat? Or is this more of a softer cha-cha? Because we get that mix gamut of songs. So it's one of those things that it's great when you know your music ahead of time, but when you don't, you have to wait for that song to start, and you have to start either, I always try to start very soft and keep it, then work into the aggression, or I start very aggressive and then it's like, oh, now I can slow down. Because it depends on what I want to give, the judges right away. If I want the judges to see me go, hoo, ha, ho, ha, hoo, ba, ah, and then get soft. Because if I do that, what's going to happen? Boom, they're going to look right for me. But if I go, they're not going to look at me. They're not going to look at me. They're going to be like, let me look at somebody, find somebody else who's giving me something. So I always go for aggression first, then soften it up. Because it's going to catch their attention right away, and they're really, ooh, they're really giving me something. They're going to think that's already in their head. As a judge, it's already in my head. I'm already going, well, I like that one. I got to look at everybody else, but I really want to go back and look at that one. So I have to look at everybody else, and I'm like, let me look back. Now, if they've softened up, I'm like, oh, but they're giving me good technique, you know, and they might pull a little bit of aggression into it every now and then. That's going to be my first place winner. Right up, hands down. They're going to have to totally screw up to lose it. If they're just giving me like, oh God, I'm so bored already. You know what I'm saying? I mean, who wants to watch that? Nobody. Okay? Making sense. Questions?
you talk.
Who's like that?
Miss Sunny.
Me.
She's right
Blonde.
here.
Hi.
Hi.
That's Madison.
That's Madison, our
That's
daughter.
their
I
daughter.
don't know that y'all met her yet.
No.
She's like my twin. Me and her are like alike. Scary thought, huh, Madison?
What?
That you and Mr. Rowdy are so much alike.
We don't look alike, do we?
I didn't say we looked alike. Our pigtails ain't that long yet. Working on it.
But you eat the exact same things.
So those are the way that I like to talk about character, because it's a different way of what they always talk about in like the CEUs, the classes that we take. Because to me, a character of a dance is how you portray each section of it, not just, oh, I want you to look like you're taking a walk in the park. Oh, well, okay, I can take a walk in the park, big deal. I can walk in the park just chit-chatting with my buddies, you know? So I like to think of it as a relationship, because dancing is a relationship. Even if you're dancing with Pro-Am or with a partner, these are things you can do without having to, like, you know, Wendy and I were having to look at Eric and go, oh, I'm in love with you, Eric. You know, but you can give that like, oh, he's cute. Well, not really, but like his bald head, but I need to be pretty myself, you know, as you're moving stuff and through that. So that's how I like to explain that. Cool?